We're coming from the kitchen today. Time to take off the pump cover. I'm not even going to waste any time here. So I'm fresh off of training, and usually what I like to do is I like to have real food. But that's not always the case for me, right? Sometimes it just depends what you got lined up in the refrigerator, how you actually want to go about doing it. But this is a shake I was doing like clockwork for probably 6 months, I would say. Good 6 months of me doing this shake right after training in the morning. And I legitimately would not eat all day until I went and dangled a donut downstairs, which is a fancy term for training again to unlock more food, which is just my first meal. But this shake did wonders for me. And it's nothing crazy. That's what's crazy. Everyone always asks me about this anabolic shake that I have going on. I prefer doing the anabolic shake while the sun's out, but as you can see, it's quite depressing, and you can't even make up this color if you're being honest. You know, the color outside it's just shit brown everywhere. If sadness was a color, it would be this, you know, because it couldn't be too dark, but it's just enough to be like, well, it is what it is. But we're just gonna go with, start off with the blender. But what I like to do is go inside here and get some berries. So usually I put in some frozen fruit, and the frozen fruits I like to go with are bananas. I know what you're thinking, dude, why are they chopped up in little baggies? It's the way I like to do shit, okay? That way I ain't gotta think. I think one time I cut up the bananas, bada boom, bada bang. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, this blender's taking an absolute beating, much like my barbell downstairs. Same idea. The blades are, I think we're on our last leg here, if I'm being honest. So each one has about a banana in here, usually. So all I do is legitimately take this. I don't know if you can see actually. Do we want to be over here? Yeah, there you go, just like that. Literally just put the whole banana in there. Berries. Throw some berries just like that. That's it, just a little something, just to kind of yank the crane a little bit, you know what I mean? Just something a little light. I come down here. Cinnamon. Absolutely a must. Yeah, there's a lot of people that talk about like, oh, isn't there fat burning properties? It is good when people talk about like spiking blood sugar and stuff. It does reduce that, but that's not why I do. I do it because I love the taste of cinnamon. And there's also some health benefits. That's where I live. If you guys know, and if you guys are new here, understand I refuse to eat anything I do not like. There's enough foods on the planet to where I just find it complete bullshit. Like, listen, discipline, bro. Okay, you gotta want it so bad that you have to like love the broccoli. It's like, well, if I don't like broccoli, I don't think me just lying to myself all day long is gonna work. Why? Because that's literally never worked for anybody. But then from there, all I'm doing is, you wanna know something? I'm gonna wait. This is when you know you're a pro, because if you put it in the water, what happens is the frozen banana, the frozen berries, they lose the luster. Like, you want it to be a shake, right? You don't want it to be a liquefied just thing of just ingredients. You want it to just be a little bit colder with the consistency, you know, like it pulls a little bit more difficult. That's the game. You don't want to put water in too soon. Why? Because you're just going to get a liquidy shake, which is just like, I might as well drink water at that point. That's disgusting. All right, so the protein powder that I use, it's literally whey protein grass-fed from bulk supplements. But I also had extra. Once I found this out, I've been kind of leaning on this, but I also need to get through this one, which is just the Ascent. Ascent's great. I just prefer unflavored, and just, listen, I'll let the frozen fruits do the talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to necessarily go crazy with the powderers and, oh, this one's peanut butter and jelly. It's like, I'm good. You know, I don't need peanut butter and jelly post-workout. You know, I don't need that flavoring. I don't need any of that. I let the fruits do the talking, and we're good. So usually I'll just do like half a scoop of that just because I'm trying to get through it, but just one scoop of this. Clean. Make sure when you go in there, right, you want to like really make sure you're getting a nice full scoop. If it ain't coming out like that, you didn't do it right. I'm telling you that right now. And then what I also do is collagen. You know, I've heard about Vital Farms getting, I'm pretty sure Vital Farms got snagged for basically kind of being cap, you know, like, we're so healthy and shit. Listen, dude, if you're a big media conglomerate, if you're a publicly traded company, this is some game for you guys aside from fitness and, you know, learning how to eat and learning how to handle yourself. You have to be able to detect bullshit. Whenever you see companies talking and they're traded on the New York Stock Exchange, understand they are doing everything in their power to increase profits. And you want to know what is the easy way to increase profits? Shit stuff. That's why why do you think manufacturers put shit in our food? It's cheaper and it's more addicting. It's a win-win. That's how it works, you know? So you got to be smart. You have to see ahead of that, right? And then I also do creatine. This is the creatine I typically use, which is just Body Tech. You can see that? Body Tech. A little something. It's raw, unflavored. Understand every time you ask me, hey, what's the flavoring on that? It's all unflavored. All of it, top to bottom, except for the fruit. Like I said, let the fruit do the talking. And then from there, what I like to do, usually, I'm not gonna lie, I've been throwing skim milk in there, but I ran out of skim milk, all right? And when the skim milk that I grab is the one that's in the glass, it makes me feel like a classy man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something about drinking out of glass, you know, or you just pour it out of glass. It's a different ball game. Absolutely different ball game. But from there, sometimes I'll do is kefir though. Little some kefir, nothing crazy. This is also fresh. Look, you hear that? Yeah, I mean, it's not really anything too crazy, but, you know, a little bit of a dash. Nothing too hot. Maybe a little bit of water, boom. Nothing crazy, like I said. Hop it in here. Oh, I might adjust this so you guys can actually see me blend this up. Oh yeah, that's a good angle. That's a little bit close, huh? I think that's gonna do. So listen, right from here, obviously you take the plug and you plug it in, right? Like a gentleman. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I am tucked in. I don't want to hear any comments from any of you jabronis. Anyways, right from here, I'm lucky. I got the smoothie button, but all you're gonna do, you hear that? I may have put the perfect amount. So look, one thing I want you to notice, you see how there's scragglers along the side? We don't allow that. Not because we need every ounce of protein, right? But it makes it way more difficult to clean. It's incredibly annoying to get these things out at a later time, so you want to take care of that on the front end. All right, so look, this is the pro level tip. This is what we got to do. We have to take care of it from now, because it's not about, oh, bro, I want every random ounce of protein. Forget that, dude. There's plenty of protein in here. You saw the amount of scoops, right? But in terms of having it cleaned afterwards, bro, it's such a pain in the ass. We don't want any extra time, nothing crazy. I'm already here. You know what I mean? I'm already here, so I don't need to worry about it. So I hit that, touch them up on the sides a little bit. Nothing too crazy, nothing too shabby. So then what I do, by the way, look at that consistency, dude. Do you see that? That's when you know. That's when you know. Hold on. I mean, that's pro level game. Look, I'm so confident. You think I need it? Let me show you. That's the consistency you want to go with. You see that? It's like struggling. It's almost like struggling to actually move a little bit. All right, that's good. See? Check the scragglers along the sides, minimal. And then it's as simple as just chugging. That's it. But I also make sure that I will not have this until I have trained. It does not matter what it is. Obviously, excluding water and coffee, those are the only things I'm allowed to have before I've trained. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, bro, that's a little bit psychotic. What's wrong with you, right? You can eat before. What about training performance? I like doing things this way. For me, it locks me in. It keeps me on a swivel. The fact that I've already made a deal with myself, and plus, this is a huge thing. When I say something, I have to do it. I have to. Like, I absolutely have to. Obviously, when it comes like little stuff, you know, like I'm not saying you got to be a complete psycho saying if I'm going to drink all this water today, then I have to. You know, it's nothing crazy, but I just know I have certain contracts in my head. You want to eat, right? Then you have to basically do something uber productive, which is training that is doing work that I genuinely don't want to do. Doesn't matter. You just learn to weaponize it. You know what I mean? These are things you have to do regardless. You have to eat. And the thing is, you look forward to eating. The food tastes that much better. That's why I do it this way. For me, I'm fresh off of training. I feel good. Once you get used to it, it's like anything else. People ask me like, dude, how do you work out on a 24-hour fast or whatever? It's not like I'm sitting down being like, I'm going to fast 24 hours. Some days I just, I don't get to the gym. I start off super busy. and I lose track of time. So by the time I look up, I'm like, okay, I need to get training done today. It could be later. And then I get home and then I smash like an absolute king. You know, I'll just feast. I like doing things that way because I'm not thinking about, oh, how many hours have I fasted today? And that's too much. Like when you're too into the details of stuff, you tend to become a little bit neurotic. And secondly, you're not going to stick with it. I always look at everything as what can I stick with? I can always stick with the fact that I cannot eat until I've trained or done productive. That is a lifestyle thing. It works. It keeps me on my toes. I just feel on the ball, you know? And plus I give myself no wiggle room. Unless you're thinking, dude, you're telling me you're going to drink this shake all day, you're not going to eat. That's right. I will not eat probably till what? It's 11:53. 10:30, 11 is probably going to be my guess. So I'm not going to eat for the next 11 hours. Coffee and water up until then. And if I want to have that 11 o'clock meal, I have to go dangle the donut, which means I have to go down probably around 10:15. But I've just been smashing neck, forearms, and then, for example, today, I don't know, I might touch up some shoulders. Feel like that could be a nice one to throw in as well. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching this video, and I hope this is well worth your time. If there's anything that you guys are looking for specifically, you guys know the deal. Just drop it down in the comments, and if people like those comments, like I always say, you have to earn it. You have to get enough thumbs up for me to make a video on it, right? I'm not ignoring you, but if you have 0 thumbs up, maybe people don't want to see it and it's just you, in which case just hit me up on email, dude. Like you can do that. You guys can just ask me questions that you know in your head, like, oh, even in the comments. You guys know I get to every comment. Yeah, are there sometimes I'm a little bit late to the party? A little bit, one day. But everyone else doesn't answer comments. I'm sitting there answering every single one from basically every platform, except for TikTok. It's just an absolute problem. Every time I go to the comment section, it's just brain rot, you know, and you feel it. I'm not shitting on anybody that's like, listen, we all scroll from time to time. Do I scroll? Not really. I'm not calling myself special. I genuinely don't like scrolling. The only thing I scroll on, I shouldn't say that. I don't scroll on TikTok, but what I do scroll on is Twitter. And real Chads call it Twitter. We all know that. Ain't nobody calling it X. Real G's call it Twitter. Anyways, I don't know how I got sidetracked, but regardless, I love you guys very much. Uncle Rami out. Peace. By the way, I didn't even take a chug out of this. Oh yeah, dude, that's phenomenal.